Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nina. I am a knitter, sewer, crocheter from the west coast of Scotland, and this is Fairy Souls. Fairy Souls is named because I love fairies and witches and everything mystical and magical, and I love knitting socks, so why not? um, anyway, this is not Vlogmas, but I'm popping in just with a few wee updates. I'm going to try and put these out weekly. I really want to build my channel. If you're watching this, please subscribe to my channel and hit that like, even if you don't watch it all the way through, but watch it all the way through because it's not too bad. Today I've not got any finished items, but I do have some things I'm still working on. I'm not showing everything that I'm working on because I haven't really made much progress in it, but I've got some new things, some new acquisitions to share. So it will just be a short one. I know I say that all the time, but this time it really is going to just be a short one. Right, so let me see. I'm going to show a wee bit. I think I've done an extra wee bit. I can't even remember how many rows I've actually done on my Polina sweater. I've lost my wee bit at the end. I think I remember seeing it and then I've put it somewhere in another bag. But I done just another wee bit at the bottom of the Polina jumper. I was actually working on that last night, but I was so tired. I made a mistake, so I had to sit this morning and stitch by stitch, pull it back a bit because it was just off centre. But I was so busy watching Nosferatu on Netflix. If you've not watched it and you've thought about it, it's in your list. Watch it; it's quite good. Um, so I had to rip it back a bit, but I'm just at the kind of bottom leaf of the flowers, and then I'll move on to the next bit. I do believe the row that I'm on just now is the kind of last row of that, and then I'm moving on to the next bit. Thank goodness, because I feel as if I've been on that forever. But so I'll get more of that done today because I just want to get at least down to the next lot of colours. Right, and that belongs in that bag. I did cast on another wee sock, but just because I always like to have socks on the needles. And this is just yarn that was my own, it's just vanilla, a wee vanilla pattern. The heel, this one I dyed myself. This is Yarn Smith's merino sock. So it's just wee boot socks really. Nothing special. Nothing special. So this is the first one. That's it. Nothing special at all. This is the merino that I'm using. I used this for the wee gloves that I was test knitting for the stitching, which I knew where I was going with that. So it's just merino sock, and this is Dialog 02 shade 2K198. So it's just a kind of sagey green. Right, okay. What else have I got? Oh, I did cast something else on, and then I got so carried away with knitting it that I had to put it down so that I could do more of the Polina, and I don't want to. I don't want to put it down. And also, I cast on the wee hair that I was going to cast on. I don't know if I showed you that last time, so I'll share that with you in my next video because I'll probably have a wee bit more done in that. I was nearly finished one year and then realised because the colours are so similar and I was knitting it at night because, you know, um, I got the colours mixed up. And I was like, oh, I can't believe that. So I had to rip it back. Then I was like, I don't even know where I am. So I just ripped the whole ear out. Simple wee thing like an ear, and I just couldn't do it. Well, I could do it. But anyway, this is what I've cast on. And I thought with the rustic wool that I had bought at the Glasgow School of Yarn, I thought this would be perfect. So this is right. I'm not really sure how to say this because I'm not sure if it's in Gaelic, which then I will not be able to pronounce it because letters in Gaelic don't always sound like how they're. You would think a B was a B, but it's in Gaelic. It's P, like Alba is Alapa. So everybody always says, oh, Alba for Scotland. It's actually Alapa. So this is Ishnich. Ishnich. So Ishnich. So I don't know what that is, to be honest. But anyway, look at the Celtic knotwork, and I thought it'd be beautiful for the wool that I have got. So wait, and I'll show you what I've done so far. I've not done much. I'm only just now. So I've been knitting this, and I've really been enjoying it. But I'm now onto the Celtic knotwork. So the wool here was the wool that I got from the Baltic knitter in Scotland, and it's got all the different colours through it. So the Celtic knot part of the shawl is quite big, so a lot of these colours should come out, because so far it's all been the kind of greens and then get into the browns. But I really like it. As soon as I saw this, I was like, this is going to be perfect for this shawl. Well, after chatting to you last week, that was what I decided. I knew it was going to go in a shawl, just didn't know which one. But I thought this would be perfect, and I just love it. I love it. So this is, I'm sure I got this on Ravelry, but I will, I'm sure it was, but I'll put a link below as always. I'll always share all my links to the patterns and books and things that I show you. But this is so rustic. So this is from the Baltic knitter, and what I love about it is it's it's not superwash, and it's so rustic, and it's still got bits of the sheep in it, like bits of twigs and stuff in it, and I love it because I don't very often knit with wool like that, and I just it's just a basic shawl pattern, like you get everywhere. That's I don't want to just, you know what I mean when I show you, it's just a kind of basic-ish shawl pattern. Um, and then we go into the Celtic knotwork, which will be nearly done or completely done. Where's my mic going? Either nearly done or completely done next week, because I love it. The Polina jumper, I love colour work, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to a garment, it's okay for a couple of rows, then I'm fed up, because I like easy knitting. Can do Faerie and everything, like, and I love, cabling, but right now, as much as I'm in a colour work frame of mind, I'm in an easy knitting frame of mind more. So, and this is so straightforward, and because I'm just using this ball where the colour changes, I'm just getting the nice colouring right through it, and I don't need to worry about breaking yarn or anything. I love this. I'm definitely going to get more for the Baltic knitter. I don't think she's on YouTube, but I will. I'll tag her Instagram, and I'm sure I did that in my last video. You can go back and check. But anyway, go back and check if you've not watched it anyway. All views are welcome. I really do want to build my channel. So I will be forever grateful for every one of you that just hits that like button, hits that subscribe button, and leave my comment. Let me know what you're knitting. Let's get to know each other. Let's be friends. I love it. I love it when people come and chat to me. So this is just amazing. This wool is very, very rustic, but she did say, and she had a few samples of one that wasn't one that wasn't washed, one that had been washed maybe once, one that had been washed a few times. So it really does get softer each time it gets washed. So that'll be fabulous, because I think this will be a bit scratchy on my neck. But I don't know. I don't know. I take antihistamines every day, so it might not actually bother me so much, but I love it and I can't wait to get it done. I really just wanted something kind of Celtic-y. And this one is, I'll tell you, I'll read the wee bit here. It says, a top-down triangular shawl designed to work well with variegated yarn and a coordinating solid or semi-solid. The cabled section features a Celtic knot comprised of a single strand looping around itself. Two lateral braids are worked after the cable section, and finally a lace edging is knitted in perpendicularly. So it's lovely, and I can't wait to get it finished. I've had this pattern for years, like maybe even about 7 years, something like that. I've had it for a long time. and I just forgot all about it. But I'll buy patterns all the time. It doesn't mean I'm going to like knit them immediately. I will always knit when I come across the right yarn for it or whatever. So this is the other yarn that I'm using. This is from Nervous Fibre, and this one is quite. It's soft, but it looks rustic, but it has that wee feeling of rusticness about it as well. So that's that. So that's all I'm sharing with you. Um, that's all I'm sharing with you knit wise because it's only been a week and I think I've done not bad for a week. um, got my Luna hair over there, which I've still not sewed on because I got so wrapped up in the shawl. I didn't mean that pun there, but anyway, I get so wrapped up in the shawl. Um, and my wee hands get really sore. I've got osteoarthritis in my hands and I have psoriatic arthritis, which means I've got enthesitis and that's in my hands. So got a lot of inflammation and pain. But it's not as if I'm gripping a needle. You're really just holding needles like that. You know what I mean? So it's not so bad, but I have to just put it down because they cramp a lot. Anyway, that's it. That's what I'm talking about that. Let's get on to the goodies. So I got goodies. So I went up and was talking to the lovely Angie from the Yarn Cake in Glasgow, up at Broomhill, up the road from where I used to live. When I lived there, she was in Queen Margaret Drive, so we'd have to like drive up. Sometimes it was a really nice day, I could walk up. But she's literally just up the road from where I lived. And now I'm away about 45 to 50 minutes away from where I used to live now. So anyway, she posted all this stuff and I was like, oh my gosh. Like I wasn't going to buy anything else. I was like, I'm not buying any more yarn. I'm buying nothing else until the new year. I have got too much in stash, but a lot of the things I've got in stash now are like an odd skein here and maybe 2 skeins left of this, and you know, it's like bits when I've maybe bought a jumper quantity and then I've been like, oh, and I've just used it for socks, I've used it for something else, and now I'm like, I've got these odd skeins. So I wanted to use them up, but I'll maybe use them up in blankets or things. Anyway, the first thing I'm going to show you is something that I've wanted for ages. I saw a couple of people sharing things on here and they've used it for like the traveller cowl, which I'm not going to knit. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, and I've only got one. And after coming away, I was saying to my husband, I should have bought 2. Then I was like, right, we'll go back and we'll get another one. And then I totally forgot. And I was back home and I was like, oh, I was going to go back and get another one. But anyway, the first thing I bought was a zobber ball. Look at that. Look, it's so soft and squishy and it's lovely. But I love how it knits up and I love the way that other people have been using it. And I think it's great if you want to use it for a traveller. I won't wear it, so there's no point in me knitting it. I will knit things even if I don't wear it very often. I'll still wear it. I don't want to knit things that I'm never going to wear because that's just a waste of money and a waste of my time. So this is, I'm gathering the name of this one. It's Crazy. And it's just fabulous. I love it. And I've wanted one for ages, but I didn't want to just buy one online. I wanted to see it. And this was the one that stood out to me. And there's some other lovely colours. But I wouldn't have minded getting a different colour. I shall still go back up probably. I don't mind getting a different colour. But I really love it. I really like it so much. So this is, I'll send I'll put a wee link down to the Yarn Cakes website so you can have a go and have a wee look. So that's that. The other thing that had caught my eye was the Superba Cashmere Luxury Sock yarn. So the one that I got, it's a wee tucked in. Doesn't really matter, does it? I don't really need to tell you the shade. If you really want to know the shade, you can let me know. But anyway, that's the shade. So it's kind of true to colour here. So it was all very greys. but there was so many nice colours. But this is the one. It's not my hair it's on my wheel, it's my dog's hair. um, this is the one that's just kind of was standing out to me, and I just loved it. It's just so beautiful, and it's just so soft. Um, so it's got 65% virgin wool, 25% polyamide. I just read the first one there. I think it's like German, and 10% cashmere. And it feels like luxury. Do you know what it feels like? West Yorkshire Spinners Bo Peep. That's what it feels like. Have you ever used that? It's like super soft, and it's lovely. I really like it. I'm not going to put prices or anything up because I think that is very uncouth. But however, um, I will, like as I said, I'll link the website, and you can see. Right. So what was it? I got a few things for there. So I'll show you the next one. So this is to knit my husband's socks. He loves hand knitted. Everybody in my family love hand knitted socks. The only one I've not knitted for is Ryan. I haven't knitted him socks, and I need to remedy that. I need to make it, but because I was so wrapped up in doing his crochet blanket, which I've still not showed because I've not done any more of, and I was going to do more of it last night, but I was so tired. Right, anyway, West Yorkshire Spinners, signature 4-ply, and this is green woodpecker, and it's lovely. You know, you all know how that feels anyway, and I just love the colour. So that's what my husband's going to get for socks when I get round to doing them. I've just done him a few pairs. And the next one is to knit myself more socks because I needed more sock yarn. It was all sock yarn I got, but that's what I mainly knit with. So this is Rico Design Socks Bamboo Rainbow. Isn't it lovely? Isn't the colours really nice? I'm trying. So the colours in the camera are shown a wee bit muted. That is a wee bit brighter. Like the greens are a bit brighter. This is like a really bright green, but it's more muted, but it's definitely brighter. That's what it'll look like. Get my head out the way, see if it'll focus on that a wee bit. Not really, it's not for focusing. This is 50% virgin wool, 25% polyamide, and 25% viscose. But it still feels really soft, and it'll be fabulous for socks. And I just really liked that. There were so many colours. Like, I will go back up again and just pick other things out of these that I've seen because I really loved them. Right, I've got, and I bought a book. I'll show you that in a minute. Charlotte Stone's colour workbook. I've been after it for a while. It's actually sitting in my basket on Amazon in my save for later because I was like, right, I'll get it. And then I thought, okay, I can knit all these things myself. And then I'm like, when am I ever going to put all these charts in myself? Like, I know that I'm not going to. And I loved the patterns that she's got. I'll show you some that's on the back. And anyway, you'll no doubt follow Charlotte Stone anyway, so you'll have seen all her stuff. But I wanted to get the book because there was a few patterns that I liked, and I thought there's no point in paying, but I don't grudge it, but anything between £6 and £8 for a pattern, and if I can buy the book. I don't even know how much the book cost. Did I even get a receipt? I don't even know if I asked for a receipt. I did, but it's not an itemised receipt, so we'll not look at that. So I don't even know how much I paid for it, to be honest. It's only got US dollars and Canadian dollars. There wasn't a price on it for UK, but that's fine. But some of the patterns in it are really nice. So look at these, the cherries. There were swans in it as well somewhere, and that was just absolutely gorgeous. I'll see if I can quickly find. But of course, oh, so yeah, I found them. So there's all different. It's like I think that it's in sections, right? It is. It's in different sections, so I'll not go into it too much. But look at the swans. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? them. I really do. So it's really, I think, if you have never knitted, oh, this is going to have a wee Latvian braid on it. Look at them. Oh, I need to keep something, get a thing on there. I think that'll be the first pair I make. So I'll make them, I'll work my way through the book, and then I can let you, show you some as I go along. But that's it, Charlotte's Store, and I highly recommend, if you're going to get any book, get this one. If you love knitting socks and you were going to buy a sock knitting book, get this one. It is so good, so good. Right, I've got one more thing. I can cast on some more socks now. I didn't want to touch them until I had shown them. Right, I've got one more thing that I bought, and it's a crochet related acquisition. And it's Morag Highland Cow. Toft had a sale on, and of course I had to go and have a look. And I've got the books, it's got a Highland Cow in it, but it's not Morag, it is a different Highland Cow. But I wanted Morag, because once I've got the pattern, you can just use, like thicker wool to achieve the size you want. So I bought the kit, which was the pattern and the wool. But as usual, you always get wee freebies in them. So what have I got this time? A wee Santa hat, a wee cable hat. Obviously, it's in Santa colours, you don't need to do it in that, but it's called a cable Santa hat. And this is wee gift sacks. And this one's a bit of pre-order for the crochet fairy tales that she's going to be doing. So I don't even know if that book, it's out in March 2026. So it's quite good. I love the cover of it. It's quite nice. So I like that. And what's this? Oh, it's just about boxes. Right. So this was packed by Lily and Rachel. And this was the yarn colours that I had went for. I had went for oatmeal and camel. Yeah. So this is what you get in it. You don't get the stuffing. You can get the stuffing in a crochet hook. You would need to order all that as a bigger kit. You can choose to select that. But I've always got loads of stuffing, and I've already got all the top crochet hooks anyway. So that's the colour. So this is going to be Morag. I have got quite a few Toff kits that I really need to go onto. That last year I was like, bought all the birds, bought the bird book, bought some bird kits. And I was like, right, I'm going to crochet on the birds, and I'm going to have a bird in my tree. I don't know if you watch Memily Makes. If you've not, go and watch Memily Makes. I like following her. She's doing the Toft Advent. And she's got lots of them are doing Toft Advents, but she's got all the birds in her tree. I wouldn't put it in my tree because, as you can see, my tree is very specific, but I have more than one tree. And I want to do the birds, but eventually get rid of it. I just get so caught up in knitting. I need to kind of put the knitting aside. So the things that I've got the now on knitting, I'll always have socks on the go. But once I finish the Polina and the wee hair that I'm knitting, I'll probably do more of the crochet. But we'll see. I don't know when I'll put them on. So anyway, so that's Morag Highland Cow. Usually if she's doing sales, you'll get money off, but you always get like a wee patch thing. And I didn't get one this year, so it must be just things she does randomly, because I don't know, I'm kind of still new-ish to Toft. My first ever Toft thing was just last year, so, and I won the big giveaway that she done as well, which I'm delighted about, so I've still got that to do. So I'm planning on having a more of a crochet year next year than knitting, for sure. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I did say I would try and keep it short. It is under half an hour. I greatly appreciate it. If you've made it this far, put a wee Christmas tree emoji in the comments. Let me see how many have stuck with me. I'm really trying to build up my followers. I'm really trying to build up my watch hours. And I'll see you next week. Bye.